Hi viewer, and welcome to this screencast on what is an essay.
Essays have been around for quite a long time.
We are going to write an essay.
You can just write a 1,000-word essay.
And you will write a 1,500-word essay.
I just need a little help with my essay.
No less than 1,000 words.
Trying to write an essay.
I'd like you to write me a 3-page essay.
And when I say essay, I mean essay.
For hundreds of years, writers, activists and thinkers have written essays in order to organise and interpret information in such a way as to convince people of a particular idea.
In other words, essays develop an argument in written form to support a particular point of view. This is called an argumentative essay, a structured, reasoned argument written in response to a question or proposition.
An argumentative essay is the kind of essay you write in Hoy, literature and EAP, and it's the basis for assessment in many humanities subjects. It's the main arena in which you're able to test your ideas and develop skills of rational analysis to demonstrate the validity of your interpretation.
An essay is an interconnected series of ideas arranged in order to present an overall interpretation of a given text or topic. It is not a list of different ideas and potentially incompatible interpretations or observations, nor is it simply a list describing something.
An essay is a very specific way of writing. It has its own conventions and requirements and is not like creative or descriptive writing. Essays at university have a word limit and ask you to take a position, or make an argument, on a specific topic.
Taking a position on a specific topic means that you are being presented with an issue or problem or a theme, and you need to present an argument that addresses that question. You need to decide to what extent you agree with the statement the question is making. Do you agree completely or only partially? Do you disagree? Your essay is about your argument in relation to the topic or question.
Like most pieces of writing, an essay has a beginning, an introduction, a middle, your body paragraphs, and an end, your conclusion. A clear structure is important in an essay because you're writing about complex material. So an obvious structure with good signposting is essential for your reader to understand what you are arguing.
An introduction sets out your argument and alerts the reader to what you will be discussing. It needs to contain a thesis statement, which addresses the question or topic and demonstrates the position you'll be taking on that topic. An introduction may also need a definition. For example, if you are interpreting or using a word in a very specific way. The introduction also sets out all the points you will discuss in each of your body paragraphs.
Just a little note about introductions. It may be the first part of your essay, but it's not necessarily the first thing you will write. Because the introduction sets out the argument for the entire essay, often you only know what this is going to be towards the end of the writing process.
The number of body paragraphs in an essay will depend on the word limit, how long your paragraphs are, and how many points you want to make.
Each body paragraph needs to deal with one major point in your argument. It needs to state in one sentence at the start of the paragraph what exactly you are saying in this section. This is often called a topic sentence, but can also be thought of as a main idea or claim.
Each body paragraph explores the idea set out in its topic sentence, elaborating on the main idea and bringing in evidence to back up the assertions you're making.
Exactly what you're using for evidence depends on the topic you're writing on. Each humanities subject will have its own view on what should be used as evidence and how you should use it. But generally, evidence can be a primary text, a secondary text like a scholarly article, or evidence in the form of statistics or graphs. In History of Ideas, for example, you will use a combination of primary and secondary sources. In literature, you will mostly use the text itself. You will need to look at the specific guidelines of the subject in order to understand the referencing guidelines, as each subject differs slightly.
A conclusion is a restatement of the argument you have put forward in the light of all the evidence and analysis you have just put forward in your body paragraphs. So it will usually restate the thesis statement, tell the reader again the specific points you have just argued in your body paragraphs, and sum up the essay as a whole. So basically, in an essay, you tell the reader what you're going to argue, present your argument, and then tell the reader what you've just argued.
Well, viewer, that concludes this screencast on what is an essay. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.